This conference will now be recorded.
This is really weird. I don't like the, I don't like the, I don't know what's happening with this background, but I at least wanted to just say hi before I turn off the webcam. This is Tammy DeLu here with you, and I'm going to be talking today a little bit about some of the initiatives we're doing with SafeMoneyTrends and why a few of you might get an invitation for me to join us. So let me, oh, it's really hot and dusty here today out in the desert. So let me turn off the webcam and we will proceed. So thanks for taking the time to listen to this website. Oh, did I not turn off the webcam? I did turn off the webcam. Taking the time to visit with me today. I just want to give you a quick overview. A lot of you have asked, what am I doing right now? So first of all, I want to say I'm not working site SafeMoneyTrends. It was not started to compete with annuity.com, but rather as a place for a lot of the people who are leaving certain organizations associated with annuity.com and didn't really have a place to put their content. So they wanted to be on a blog that is Google compliant. My associates and I have gone out of our way to make sure that we don't break any of the rules. So we have set up this website. We're trying to make it as SEO friendly as possible. And it's a place where you can post content. Now, in this case, I write the content for you just as I was doing before with annuity.com. I'm going to be writing the content, but we're going to be posting it here and in other places because we figured out a great way to syndicate these articles so that you get more bang for the buck and more exposure. So these are just a few of the authors, and for lots of reasons, including the fact that we don't have a lot of bandwidth, we're going to probably keep the number of people that we invite to this program to about 40 at the most. Now, what's the program going to be called? Well, glad you asked. I've called it Financial Invited Authors, haha, FIA, right? FIA. Financial Invited Authors is these people, right? And so we have quite a few people here, and a lot of them do double duty. They're also invited authors over on annuity.com. So it's not impossible to do both. As a matter of fact, if you can do both, you should. And there are ways to do it the right way. So here are the people that I have right now. They are Safe Money Trends certified contributors. And so there are people that I handpicked to be in this program. What do they get for being in the program? Well, good question. The main thing I wanted to do with this is not make it cookie cutter at all. I do not want you to have a cookie cutter website, nor do I want you to have cookie cutter articles. I mean, if you go to some places like, let's go to safemoney.com, just the safemoney.com, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I've actually talked to some of the guys that are on this site. Really super nice people that run this site. It's not a bad idea. It's safemoney.com. It's a directory, right? It's a directory of advisors. So you can type in, locate an advisor, you put your email on it, so on and so forth, okay? Now here's the thing. They have a lot of content, but the content is not attributed to the advisor. So it's just generic content. So you send people to this website and there's some offers and stuff on there. How do you know you're getting the leads, right? You don't. You're sending lots of traffic to this site, and I'm guessing they're either selling these leads or giving them to advisors that are somehow associated with them, but there's nothing to attribute it to you. So while the articles are okay and they're nicely done and they have good graphics, the problem is they don't have any call to action specific to the advisor, and they don't have the advisor's name on it. So what we tried to do is make this a hybrid between safemoney.com, between a directory and content that is published under your name. And this also, the other thing that we didn't want to do was make it where you could not reuse your content elsewhere. So if you go to annuity.com, for example, and I think I showed this to some people, hang on. Here's the problem that I had with annuity.com before, is that guys would leave the organization that's affiliated with annuity.com. They would leave the FMO, IMOs that run the site, and then all their stuff would get taken down, or even worse. And this was material, you have to understand that they paid me to write. So they paid for this material and it would get taken down, or it would get reused under quote unquote staff author or somebody else's name. So content that you paid for should be yours. That's my opinion. And that has been my opinion from the beginning. So when I saw they were doing this, I was a little bit upset. So I decided that I would do my own version and have a place to publish where if you publish with me, you own the content. Now you can do your own creative if you have time to sit down and write, but mostly the way it works is you pay me to write a certain number of articles. I write those articles, I publish them on my website, and even better, I promote them. And the great thing about me promoting them is that any of the traffic flow goes back to your website. So in the future, what we're going to be doing with these is, let's go back to the home page. In the future, what we're going to be doing, sorry for my voice, it's very hot here. Uh-oh, what did I do? I forgot the .com. It usually doesn't matter if I put that in there. So with your articles and your video postings like this, in the future, we're going to have you put them on your website, and then we're going to syndicate them here. And we're going to do it correctly so that you don't get dinged by Google for having duplicate content. But what's cool about that is that you'll be able to get exposure in multiple places. So like we do both videos, which I highly recommend, and we do regular articles. I think this might be, is this a regular? This is a regular article from Donna McElroy on HSAs. And another thing about our articles, we discovered working with SEO that even though you may think intuitively that doing shorter articles is better because people don't read anymore, they tend to scan instead of read. For SEO purposes, for search purposes, it's actually better if you do a deep dive into a topic. So these ideas that you can put a 400 to 450 word article up and it's really going to help you. I have not seen that happen, but I have seen when you get it more in depth and you're more relevant and you're more useful to people, that a 700, 800, 1,000 word article actually will help you. So we're starting to do that, longer articles, and also some calls to action, because I was not allowed to really do that before. What they had when I published before, like on annuity.com, they wanted me to stay inside the site and never put links to the advisor's sites or the advisor's other material. And I think it's a bad use of real estate, because some of these stories that we have are getting read 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 times since we posted them. And we want them to actually do something for you, which is to at least send traffic back to your website or your lead magnet. So if you've got a lead magnet opt-in page, online digital presentation, something like that, I think we should use your article to send people to that. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way we're doing it. Anyway, we have some basic categories up there, and then we have a section for watch and listen, and that is where I post my Safe Space podcast. And that's going to be not just financial stuff, but it's going to be a lifestyle type podcast. I've already done I think about 8 or 9 episodes. And then I also can post your already created videos like this one. This has been a really popular one that was done by Andrew Winnett.
What's going on, ladies? Andrew Winnett here. Today we're going to talk about 8 things that you can
I thought it was really well done
to help protect your money.
So the videos, in my opinion, are going to get you the most traction. That's just the way it works now. So I've got videos on here, audio, podcasts, so on and so forth. all different kinds of topics. This is one of my most popular ones that I've done actually, and I've been told that this person that did this with me has already gotten a lead from it. So yay, Larry Spear. And this is an interesting venue that I give to my authors. They're allowed to come on and do a podcast with me, and then we take that podcast and promote it. So if you don't have any content, don't worry. We're all about creating content, meaningful, not just fluff, not just throwing it up there so you'll get found in search, but meaningful content that will actually be useful to your audience. Okay. So anyway, that's what we're doing on Safe Money Trends. Safe Money Trends is designed to also fit into budgets. So because it's completely customizable, we can work around almost any budget. We can do as much or as little as you want. But I think just getting yourself on the author page, let's see, who was it I just saw on the author page? I think it might have been Andrew Winnett. So let's look and search. So yeah, Andrew Winnett's already getting on page 1 with the stuff that we're doing for him. One of the other things we do is we redo the LinkedIn bios for people. That's part of it. You can pay to have that done. We really soup up your LinkedIn bio. LinkedIn is a hidden gem, I'm telling you, for lead generation, for do-it-yourself lead generation, for connecting with some of your high-profile prospects after the fact. Like if you want to talk to them after you've had a meeting with them and you want to find out more about them, LinkedIn has got tons of valuable data and people just don't use it. As a matter of fact, someone told me that their FMO told them, well, just throw a profile up there, you don't need it really. Not true at all. If you learn to use LinkedIn, I guarantee, because I've done it, you'll get some great connections. So anyway, you'll see that the Safe Money Trends videos for Andrew are coming right up there. There's a couple of them right there. And here's what I was talking about, this bio, the Safe Money Trends author bio. Usually if your name isn't John Smith or Mary Smith or something, usually having the Safe Money Trends author page will put you up there. Now, it's not enough to me to just get found in search. I don't care what they tell you. It's great to have that reputation. It does make closing sales a lot easier for people, but you also need to have some calls to action. And that's the other thing that we're doing is we're writing reports. We are going back and trying to, because these agencies were charging some of my advisors like $2,000 to do a report. And I'm thinking, that's way too much. So here's Living Wealthy Dental. This is one of the lead pages I did for Teresa Kuhn. We put a lot of her assets on this page so that people can see it, but we have a PDF that we created with a graphic artist that is a free guide for dentists. So if you have a niche market, then we can create something that people can opt into and you can send it to them and you'll be able to print it or you'll be able to put it as a digital asset. So that's just one of the things we do. We shouldn't, those things shouldn't ever cost more than $600. And it's something that you can use again and again and again. And we can even create it so that it has live links in it so that people will go into your website and set up appointments with you. So anyway, you asked me what I was doing. I'm doing a lot of stuff, doing a whole lot of writing. So if you're interested in getting interviewed, and I'm not trying to sound pretentious here, but I'm really, really picky about it because like I said, I'm only going to have 40 advisors. That's our goal, our target. And we're already, I think, at 16 or 17. And I'm being really fussy because I only want people who are not just hacks. They're not just salesmen. I want people that are really trying to do the best things for their clients and for their customers. So we're looking for right now, we're trying to keep them where we don't have too many in one state, unless it's a big state like Texas, so we can put East Texas, West Texas, South Texas, that kind of thing. We're trying to keep it, where we have specialists. So if you specialize in rollovers, let's say, or you specialize in multifamily syndication. You know, we really need some more real estate people. If you do trust and estate planning, if you do reverse mortgages, things like that, we're going to try to have just one, maybe at the most two specialists in that particular area. So there's a lot of opportunity for those of you who want a different place, a different venue, something fresh. If you want to work with us in other capacities, we also do website design, much less. I mean, I had a guy tell me he got a quote for $10,000 for a website that I knew that my designer could do for like 3. So don't take the first price you're offered. Talk to us, see if we can do anything for you. If we can't, we'll tell you. It's like, what you want to do, it's not gonna, we can't do it. But if we can and we can save you money, then we'll do that. So thanks a lot. This again is Tammy DeLu. I want you to go on to either yourmarketingtherapist.com, or you can drop us a line by going on to SafeMoneyTrends.com. That's SafeMoneyTrends.com. Check out our YouTube channel, also called Safe Money Trends. You just type it in, you'll go right to that channel. And if you need to talk to me during regular business hours, write this down. It's 951-658-0492. That is the office number. Again, 951-658-0492. Look forward to speaking with you soon.